Hello guys, in this session we are going to see how to display all the elements of linked list using C. Now let us suppose I have one linked list with 3 nodes. Okay. Now let us suppose the first node contains 25, second node contains 35 and third node contains 45. Okay. Now this is nothing but data part, this is nothing but the next part. Again this is data, next, data and next. Now this node is pointing to this node is pointing to the third node. Okay. Let us suppose the address of this node is 30,000, address of this second node is 40,000, address of this node is 50,000. Okay. So this node is pointing to this node, that's why 40,000 will be stored over here. Okay, this is pointing to this node, that's why 50,000 will be stored over here. Now here it will be null. Why? Because there is no next node, so that's why it is not going to point anything, any node. Okay, so now I will have head. We know that head is used for pointing to the first node. So if the head is pointing to the first node, that means what? This 30,000 will be stored over here. Now we want to print all the elements of this linked list. Okay, so obviously what we want to print? 25, then 35, then 45. So that should be our output. So for this, what we are going to do? We are going to first create one pointer with the name P. Initially, I will make this P to point this node. Okay, so for that, I will just copy the content of head into the P. So it will become 30,000. Okay, as the content of head is 30,000, that's why P also becomes 30,000. Now it is pointing to this node. Okay, now what I will do? I will just print the data of the current node to which P is pointing. Okay, now P is pointing to this node, I will just print its data. So that is nothing but 25. So I will print the data of the node pointed by P. Okay, now after printing the data, what I will do? I will just copy this next value of the next into the P. I will just copy the value of next of the current node into P. Now value of next is 40,000, so that's why I will copy 40,000 over here. Now once I change the value of P to 40,000, that means P is pointing to the node having address 40,000. So P is pointing to this node now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to print the data of this node. So that is nothing but 35. Okay. Again, I will copy this next into value of next into P. So it will become 50,000, sorry. So now P is having 50,000, that means it is going to point to the node having address 50,000. Okay. Now again, I will print the data part 45 and again I will copy this null into this P. So what I am doing, I am just, whenever the P is pointing to some node, first I am just printing the data of that node and then copy the content of next into the P. Now then 45 is already printed, so I will just move this null into this P. Okay, so in this way now P is not pointing to anything, and that means we have printed all the elements of linked list. So in this way we are going to print all the elements of linked list. Now we will see the same thing in the C code. So first of all we will write void display function. Okay. So void display. Now in the display, very first thing we are going to do is nothing but we will create pointer P. So that is struct node star P. It is just going to create P. Okay. Now P is not pointing to anything, that's why I'm not giving any value over here. Okay. Now we will first check whether the linked list is empty or not. If the linked list is empty, then there is no need to print any values, right? So that's why we will check the linked list is empty or not. And how do we check whether the linked list is empty or not? We check whether the head is null or not. If the head is null, that means the linked list is empty. If the head is not null, then the linked list is not empty. So head equal to null. If the head equal to null, that means if this condition is true, that means head is null and the linked list is empty. So in this code I am going to print, in this if block I am going to print the list is empty. Why the list is empty? Because head is null. Okay, because the head is null, that's why list is empty. If the head is not null, then we will write else part. Okay, so here the head is not null, so we will go into the else part. So the what will be our first task over here? We will just copy the content of head into the P. So that's why we have to write P is equal to head. Okay, so what this line is going to do? It is going to copy the content of head into P. So what is the content of head? 30,000. So that will be stored into P once again. That means what? Now P is also pointing to this node. Along with head, P is also pointing to this node. Now we have to print the data, move forward. Print the data, move forward. So we have to repeat the things, right? That's why we'll go for the loop. Now here I am using while loop. Okay. So first of all, when this while loop will end, we have seen that when this printing will be, we are going to end this printing when this P will becomes null. So this while loop will end when the P is equal to null, and it will run till the P is not equal to null, right? So first thing what we are going to do, we are going to print the data part of this node, right? So for that I have to write printf %d space then P arrow data, right? P arrow data. What is the meaning of P arrow data? The data part of the node to which P is pointing. Now P is pointing to this node and the data part of this node is 25. So 25 will be printed. It is going to print 25. And after %d I have printed space over there. So after 25 there will be one space. And then what we are going to do? We have to just copy this 40,000 over here. So that is nothing but P equal to P arrow next. Okay. So what is the meaning of P arrow next? The next part of the node to which P is pointing. So the next part of the node to which P is pointing is nothing but this one. So this 40,000 will be copied in this P. Okay. So this P will become 40,000. And this will again come over here to check the condition. Now P is not equal to null. What is P? P is right now 40,000. 40,000 is not equal to null. Condition is true. So it will come inside. Again it will print P arrow data. P arrow data means what? The data part of the node to which P is pointing. P is pointing. Now P is pointing to this node, right? The value of P is 40,000. That means P is pointing to this node. Okay. So the data part of this node is 40,000. Sorry, 35. So 35 will be printed. And then P equal to P arrow next. So what is P arrow next? The next part of the node to which P is pointing. P is pointing to this node and the next part is 50,000. So 50,000 will be stored where? In P. So here 50,000 will be stored. Now it will again come over here. It will check P is not equal to null. Right now P is equal to what? 50,000. So it is pointing to the node whose address is 50,000, right? So again P is not equal to null. What is the value of P right now? 50,000. 50,000 is not equal to null. The condition is true. It will print %d P arrow data. What is P arrow data? The data of the node to which P is pointing. The data of the node to which P is pointing. So that is nothing but 50,000. Sorry, 45. So 45 will be printed. And then P equal to P arrow next. What is P arrow next? The next part of the node to which P is pointing. This is the next part of the node to which P is pointing. So this is nothing but the null. So here null will be copied. And that means now the P is pointing to nothing. And now we will check P is not equal to null. So right now P is what? Null. So null is not equal to null. true, condition is false, right? Null is not equal to null, condition is false. So that's why it will come out of the while loop. All the nodes are already printed. So here we will end else part and here we will end display part. So in this way, this is nothing but the C code of displaying all the elements of linked list. Now we will see how the length of the linked list is found out. Okay. Now what is the length? Means how many elements are there, or you can say the size of the list. Okay. So once we have seen a display function, now finding the length is very easy. Okay. So what we have to do? Just we have to remove this line where we are printing the value. So we don't have to print the value now. We have to just count that particular node, right? So instead of printing the value of that node, we have to just count that node. So what we are going to do? Instead of this line where we are printing the data, we will just increment the count over. Okay. So we are just going to increment the count over. So here I am just writing count plus plus. And before that, we should declare count equal to 0. And name of this function will be length. Now this will not be display, it will be length. Okay, so I have just made 3 changes. I have changed the name display to length. I have declared one more integer, that is count, and I have incremented that count in this value. And after that, I will make one more change, that I will write here after else part, right? Before function closes and after the else, I am writing the length is %d, and here I am printing count. After getting what is the length, we have to just print it, right? So that's why printf function I have used for that. Now let us see how this code will run. Obviously again p will be there, so along with p there will be one count. Okay, so it will be 0. Now we will check whether the list is empty or not. Obviously if the list is empty, the count is always going to be 0, means there is no node in the linked list. Okay, so we are just printing the list is empty, or here you can print the count is 0. Okay, now here again in the else part, what I am doing, p is equal to head. So this 30,000 will be stored here, right? That means what? P is pointing to this node. After that, we are checking p is equal to null or not. Obviously it is not null because it is right now 30,000. 30,000 is not equal to null, the condition is true. It will come here, it will just increment count by 1. Okay, so instead of printing, earlier in the display we were displaying, now we are just incrementing it by 1. So earlier it was 0, now it will become 1. When we apply plus plus, that is increment operator, from 0 it will become 1. Then p equal to p arrow next, means 40,000 will be copied over here. Okay, that means now this p is pointing to the next node. Okay, now again it will come over here, it will check p is not equal to null. So 40,000 is not equal to null, that is true. Again it will increment the count by 1, so it will become 2. And p equal to p arrow next, just 50,000 will be copied over here. The same thing which we are doing in the display also. Okay, so again p is pointing to the last node. Now it will check p is not equal to null. Right now p is 50,000. 50,000 is not equal to null, condition is true. It will come here, count plus plus, so it will become 3. Okay, it will become 3. So earlier it was 2, now it has become 3. Then p equal to p arrow next, means this null will be copied into the p. That's it. Okay, so now this p is not pointing to any node. Okay, this p is not pointing to any node. So again it will come and check over here. Okay, null is not equal to null. What is the value of p? P is null. Null is not equal to null, that is false. So again it will come over here, else is over. Now here it will printf, the length is %d, that is count. So count, it will print, what will be the output over here? The length is 3. So this will be the output of this function. So that is nothing but the length function. So once we have seen the display function, the length is very similar to the display function, only with the minor changes. Okay, let us now see how to search a particular value in the linked list is present or not. Okay, now this is my linked list with the 4 nodes, value 25, 35, 45, 65, and the addresses 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 respectively. Now for searching I will first take one pointer P initially, which will point to the first element. So obviously, for pointing it to the first element, I will move this 30,000 over here. From head, I will copy 30,000 to P. Okay. Now, let us suppose we are looking for the value 30, or you can say 45. Okay. We are looking for the value 45. Okay. Now, this P right now is equal to 30,000. That means it is pointing to this node. Now the data in this node is nothing but 25. We will check whether this data is matching with this 45 or not. It is not matching, then what we are going to do? Whenever the data does not match, what we are going to do? We are just going to copy the next into the P. So here 40,000 we will copy into the P. Okay. So that this P is now pointing to the next node. Again, you can see here what is the value over here in the next node, that is 35,000. Again, sorry, 35, and it is not matching with the 45. So that's why the value is not matching. That means we have to copy this next over here. So this 50,000 will be copied over here. It will become 50,000. Now that means this P is pointing to this value now. Okay. Now this P is pointing to this node with the value 45. This 45 is matching with the value we are looking for. That's why we will stop over here. Because once the value is found, there is no need to search the next remaining nodes, right? There may be n number of nodes which are after 45, okay? So if the value is found, then there is no need to search remaining nodes. So we have to stop that loop there itself, okay? With the help of break. Okay, so one thing you have to keep in mind that when the number is found, which we are looking for, that number is found in the linked list, then P never reaches to null. So the P, when the P will reach null when all the nodes are visited. Okay, and all the nodes are visited and the value is not found. Okay, so here see what the value we are looking for, that is 45, and this 45 is found. That's why P has not become 1. Okay, now let us see value which is not present in the linked list. Okay, let us suppose 70. Again, we will start this from the beginning. Okay, so initially this P will be pointing to the first node, and the value of this will be equal to 30,000. Okay, now again P is equal to 30,000. That means it is pointing to this node. The value at this node is 25. 25 is not matching with 70. So what we do? We just copy this 40,000 to this P, okay, so that P will point to the next node. Okay, now P is pointing to the next node. Again, you can see here the value of this node is again not matching in this 70. So what we will do? We will just copy this 50,000 over here. Okay, so that means what? Now P is pointing to the next node. Again, this 45 is not matching with 70. So again, we will copy this 60,000 over here. Okay. So here it will be 60,000, and now this P is pointing over here. Now again you can see that the value of the current node is not pointing with the 70. So again 55 is not matching with the 70. So that's why we need to copy the next of this node in the P. So this null will be copied over here. Okay. Now as there is no node in the linked list, we cannot search further. And so far we haven't found this value in the linked list. So we can print that this 70 is not found in the linked list. Now, one conclusion what we can make is when the value is not found in the linked list, then at that time only the P reaches the null. Okay. So earlier when we were looking for 45, so P were not null. Okay, P was something equal to the address of that node. Okay. Here P is the value we are looking for is 70, and which is not found in the linked list. So obviously in this case P will reach null. So this is only the property we are going to use whilst writing the code. Okay, so let us go for writing the code for this searching. So let us write C code for searching in the linked list. So that is void search. Okay. Now in the search, first of all, we will create pointer P struct node star p. Okay, and then we will create one more integer for storing the value which we are searching in the linked list. Then we will ask user to enter the value which he or she wants to search. Okay, so printf enter the value to be searched. Enter the value to be searched. Okay, then we will use scanf to read that value into value. Okay, value variable. Okay, so what we have created? We have created one p pointer and one value. Okay, let us suppose that value user wants to search is nothing but 45. Okay, now first of all we will initialize this p to point to this node with the help of this head, right? So we'll write p is equal to head. So because of this statement, 30,000 will be moved into the p. Okay, now we will use while loop to check whether this value is present in the linked list or not. Okay, so while p is not equal to null, okay, if p arrow data is equal to value, then printf the value is found. Okay, found. Okay, and break. Why? Because we don't want to search the remaining nodes. As the value which we are looking for is already found, then we don't want to search the remaining nodes. That's why we have used break over there. But if this data is not equal to value, then this p should point to the next node. So that's why p equal to p arrow next. Okay. Now let us check this value first with these values. Okay. Now this p is having 30,000 because of this line. That's why p is pointing to this node. Okay. Now p is not equal to null. What is the condition of the while? P is not equal to null. Right now the value of p is 30,000. So 30,000 is not equal to null is true. So if we will come inside, if p arrow data equal to value. What is the p arrow data? Means what is the meaning of this p arrow data? Data of the node to which p is pointing. Data of the node to which p is pointing, that is nothing but 25. So 25 equal to value, that is nothing but 45. So 25 equal to 45, that is false. So that's why it will come over here. Now p equal to p arrow next. What is the meaning of p arrow next? Next of node to which p is pointing. So next of node to which p is pointing is nothing but this 40,000. So this we are going to store into p. So p will become 40,000. Now this 40,000, again we will check p is not equal to null. So 40,000 is not equal to null. The condition is again 2. So again it will come inside. P arrow data means now because of this 40,000, p is pointing to this node. So p arrow data is nothing but 35, right? Data of the node to which p is pointing. P is pointing to this node and data of this node is 35. So 35 is equal to value, that is 45. 35 equal to 45, false. So it will come in here, p equal to p arrow next. So again, what is the p arrow next? 50,000, that will be stored into p, that is 50,000. And that means this p is pointing to now this node, right? So again it will come over here, p is not equal to null. P is right now 50,000, 50,000 is not equal to null, that means true. Condition is again true. Again it will come over here. P arrow data means the data of the node to which p is pointing. That is nothing but 45. Now 45 is equal to value is 45. So 45 equal to 45, the condition is true. And we will print found. Okay. So we will print here found. The output will be found. Okay. Now the break will be executed. And here this while loop will stop. Right? Because this break will be executed. What does break do? It terminates the current loop. What is the current loop? This while. So it will terminate this current loop. So now let us look at the value of p. The p is not null. Okay, right now the p is not null. When the data is found in the list, then P will never be null. But what about the data which we are looking for is not in the linked list? Okay, so let us suppose instead of 45 we are going to search 70. Okay, now 70 is not in the linked list. Now you need to print that 70 is not there in the linked list. So where to write that thing? So that I have already told you that when the value which we are looking for is not in the linked list, then P will become null at the end of this while loop. Okay, at the end of this while loop, P will become null. So that's why we will write if P equal to null. So here we will print not found. Okay, so the value which we are looking for is not found. So not found we will print, and here we will stop this. So now let us suppose we will go for this value. Okay, 70. Again, in the beginning, because of this line, P will be equal to 30,000. P will be equal to 30,000. Now 30,000 is not equal to null. True. Again, we will check whether the PR of data is equal to 70 or not. PR of data is 25. 25 equal to 70. False. P equal to PR next. So this 40,000 will be written over here. Now again will come 40,000 is not equal to null. Condition is true. Right? P is 40,000 and it is not equal to null. Condition is true. Again it will check. PR of data, that is 35. Now it is 40,000. That means it is pointing to this node. So 35 is not equal to 70. 35 equal to 70. Condition is false. So again we come over here. So P equal to PR next. That means this 50,000 will be written over here. So this will be equal to 50,000 now. And that means it is pointing to the next node. Again, it will come over here. It will check 50,000 is not equal to null. Condition is true once again. P arrow data, that means 45 is equal to 70. That means false. Again, P equal to P arrow next. So this 60,000 now will be stored in this P. That means this P is not pointing to this node. Okay. So P is not equal to null. Again, P is not equal to null. Correct. 60,000 is not equal to null. True. Again, it will come inside. But again, P of data, that is nothing but 55. 55 is not matching with 70. So the condition is false. So again, it will come over here and P equal to P arrow next. That means this null will be copied in this P. So this will become null. Okay. And finally, that means now P is not pointing to any node. And it will again come over here and check. Null is not equal to null. That is false. So now this while loop has completed. And at the end of the while loop, the P is null. Okay. So again, so it will, after this while loop, it will check whether the P equal to null or not. P is null. So this condition is true. That's why it will print not found. So in this case, for this case, output will be not found. Okay. So the logic behind this code is nothing but if after the completion of the while loop, if the P is equal to null, that means the number is not found. And after the completion of this while loop, if the P is not equal to null, that means the number is found. Okay, let me repeat once again. Logic of this code is nothing but when after the completion of this while loop, if the P equal to null, that means number is not found. And if after the completion of this while loop, P is not equal to null, that means number is found. So that is all about the searching in the